Okay, there we go.
Hi.
Hi.
We are laughing because this is take 2.
Yeah.
We recorded this video and for some reason it was jittery and the camera messed up. I had to restart my computer and so we're
Computer glitch.
Yeah, we're doing it all over again. I'm Janine.
I'm Danger.
And we are Honorable Dating. And welcome to our channel. We hope that you will watch our other videos and like us on Facebook, please, and share us with your friends. Our goal is to help you to date more honorably so that you can attract the partner that you want and keep them.
That's right. That's right. I did want to kind of mention that a lot of these videos seem like marriage counseling kind of stuff, relationship counseling. And you might not even be in a relationship. Premarital counseling, whatever you want to call it. The thing about it is that dating is not really practice for real relationships. If you're doing it right, then dating is then it's the end. You find the relationship. If you're both acting honorably, you're not going to break up. You'll get married, you'll have kids, die of old age.
Right.
Okay. That was a distraction though. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
That's okay.
All right.
We can digress from our conversation.
Okay. We were going to do the names thing. So don't call each other names, right?
Right.
Do you want to talk some more? I've talked too much.
Okay. All right. So if you've seen some of our other videos, we have discussed not bad-mouthing your partner when you're not with them. This is just a little bit different. We're talking about calling names when you are together in front of family, friends, just all the time is kind of a playful interaction. And what we want to do is warn you of the dangers of that kind of play.
Yeah.
Calling someone a name is damaging, even if you're just playful, because truths are said in jest. And this particular kind of playfulness is like wind and rain upon rocks. Eventually it will wear a person down, and these things kind of add up. And we want to caution you against it, not just in your relationship with someone that you are romantically involved with, but also with your friends and with your family. Yeah, I've seen a lot of siblings who go through this, who call each other names, and I urge you to be the one who learns that this is not acceptable behavior. And even if the other person you're involved with continues, we would like to empower you to let them know that it is painful, that it is damaging, and that you will no longer be participating in that kind of activity. That's
true. Yeah, I don't want to be friends with somebody who's calling me a dumbass all the time.
No, and you wouldn't want to. My daughter, I have a teenage daughter, and she's on the phone all the time with her boyfriend. Ooh. And I don't know how either of them can stand it, but it's wonderful for her. However, even though we don't call names in our family, it is so ingrained in society. So she has attended public school, and she has learned this from her friends, and so they do this as just a playful way to interact with each other. And the problem is that we hear it and we know that it's damaging, and so I'm always calling her on it when she's on the phone. But usually she calls him idiot or stupid. Those are her two monikers that we hear.
Yeah, just for any ordinary thing. Everybody makes mistakes, little micro mistakes all day long. Like, where are my keys? Who knows, idiot?
Yeah.
Or whatever. You don't need that kind of response for ordinary stuff.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Or even non-ordinary stuff. Even if you really do something stupid, you don't need to have somebody turn that.
Right. You don't need everyone holding up little signs with 10.0 letting you know how badly you tripped, because already.
Yeah. See, I'm laughing, and that's why people do it. A lot of the time they do
funny.
It's funny, and it may even be actually funny.
Sure.
I might even laugh at it.
Still hurts.
Right. That's oh, it's funny, so it's okay. No, not really.
They built a whole game on it. That's what Cards Against Humanity is.
Yeah.
It's a game that makes fun of people, that you laugh at racism, bigotry, and sexism. Oh, that's so funny. We don't play that game, but
we did buy it, and we played it.
We did buy it. Oh, we played it 3 times and then we sold it.
Yeah, we had to get rid of it. You can't, it's.
We're digressing.
No, but it's the same kind of thing.
It is related.
You're laughing about the stuff. You're laughing about like bad stuff.
Other people's pain.
Other people's mistakes or misery or idiocy and.
Right.
Well, yeah.
It's time to end that. And I tell you, it hurts more the younger you are. Because as we age, we build up these walls. We say that we're desensitized, and we try to protect ourselves by pretending these things don't hurt, even though they still do. Even if you don't notice it, it hurts on a subconscious level. And when you have small children, as a parent, it's your responsibility to protect them from pain and misfortune and other things. And allowing them to fight and bicker and call each other names is such a disservice to them. They deserve far more. And I think that, as a society,
I don't know if we can do a parenting thing. It's kind of hard to stop, but.
Well, it starts as a child. All of society finds this acceptable.
What about arguments? Because we're talking about the lighthearted, playful name calling, and then there's also the arguments.
Absolutely.
Where it's like serious name calling.
Yes.
And this is, the playful stuff, if that's not tolerable, if we don't think that's acceptable, I can't even. It's to call names when you're having an argument, a real name calling thing. You're a jerk. You're an idiot. Stupid. Other 4-letter words, right? That stuff's off the charts, out of line.
Absolutely, and the damage it does to your relationship is significant.
Yeah.
You might heal from an argument because you disagree about what bills to pay first or whether or not to get a new car or whatever it is. You can heal from that disagreement and that argument. But the name that you called it takes far longer and may never be recovered.
Yeah, it sticks.
It sticks.
Sometimes there are things that can't be unsaid.
Right.
You can't take it back.
And this is something you can't just flip a switch overnight and stop this part of yourself. It's something that you have to work on.
Right. So alternatives. You were giving like some tools for how to, what to do instead.
Absolutely. Instead, you want to address the problem and not the person. So instead of saying you're a jerk for what you did to me, you say what you did really hurt me. Or oh, you fell, are you okay? Is far better than, wow, you're an idiot, you missed a step.
Yeah, genuine concern.
Yeah, concern, absolutely. And it's just address the problem and not the person. And you focus on that, and it's how to transition, from this constant act of calling.
Right. And that's kind of stereotypical, or I don't want to say cliche, but that's, a typical good advice that so many people, including me sometimes, have trouble remembering, is to, what was I going to say? I was going to talk about when you're arguing.
Oh.
And people are like, you.
Right.
Instead, they need to do me. Like, I feel bad about myself.
Right.
When you call me chunky.
Exactly. Psychologists say to use I statements when you're talking about something that's conflicting with some other person.
Right. So if you're arguing, that's maybe a different video, like, or how to argue. Because really, how to argue, man. If you learn how to argue right, you'll be okay. You can figure it out.
Right. You remember that book, Verbal Judo? Did you ever read it?
No.
Oh, that's why I win all the time. I really don't. I'm not very good at it. I don't remember any of it.
Verbal Judo.
Right.
Are you recommending it?
No, because I don't really remember.
how to defeat any people. You know, you'll win any argument.
I think it's kind of like that, how to win in an argument, but
you know, that's not necessarily the goal.
No,
it shouldn't be the goal.
It should be compromised.
If
but
you
we're digressing again.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're talking about arguing. It's supposed to be name calling. Name calling and arguing. Man, when you're name calling in your arguments,
it's like kicking below the belt.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it, though. You lose when whoever calls a name in the argument, whichever one of you calls names first, is wrong, and you must know that if you are the first one, you set this rule for yourself. If you're the first one to call a name in the argument, you just failed. You failed in the argument. You lose. It doesn't matter if you think you're still right. Okay, you need to start apologizing, buying flowers.
Often I think people call names when they're just at a loss. They don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
And, you know, they feel strongly, they're angry, or they're disappointed. And I don't know how to convey that. I don't know what words to use to express how upset I am. So instead I'm just going to call a name. You know, you're a jerk because you hurt me. And they can't use the words to say why they're hurting so bad. And that's perfectly normal. In those instances, you just say, I don't know what to say, but you hurt me when you did X. Remember, address that problem, not the person.
That's right. When you're calling a name, you are not going to achieve your goal. I mean, you probably have some kind of goal, or if you could sit down, relax, and think about it, you should have some kind of goal with this argument, this communication that you're having. You know, the goal is, I want him to show up on time for dinner, or I want her to be nice to my mother. Whatever your goal is, you are not going to achieve it by calling names. You know, you're always a jerk to my mother. You know, I hear, I'm always a jerk. I didn't hear that she's something about the mother. I was already, all I heard was the name.
Yeah, he was already too upset to hear what you had to say.
Yeah, I'm not listening to you after that.
Yeah.
She doesn't call me a jerk.
We don't call names.
No, we haven't. We haven't ever. We've been together for 10 years, and we've never called names. We just have never done that. We were maybe had a little. We'd learned those lessons before we got together. Yeah. We didn't start out perfect, that's for sure.
No, and we're still learning and growing, just like you are. You know, it's just we have a little bit of wisdom we can share. So.
I have trouble looking at the camera. This is the first video we've done together, and I want to sit here and stare at my beautiful wife, or I want to look at the screen down here instead of at the camera, where I probably ought to be looking. So forgive me for that.
Thank you for watching our video. Thank you so much for taking the time. I do hope that you have the courage to try to not call names anymore, to understand that even if it's fun, even if the other person laughs, truths are said in jest, and it's still painful. It still wears away at a relationship, albeit slowly. Yeah, you're better than that. You can do a little better. We can all do a little better, right? Okay. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Bye.